Good morning, and welcome to, I think it's Hollybank Wood. I'm not far away from where I previously used to work at Charles Taylor. So this road where I've parked, it sort of heads towards Funtington, and there's a pig farm there and all sorts there. And I've photographed the pigs at that pig farm before, but I've never ever come into this wood. In fact, I don't think I've ever really gone into any woodland to do photography, because it's not really what I do. But I sort of watch Steve Stanstein and Martin, as in MH Landscape Photography, and I'm sort of inspired by what they achieve by going into these woodlands and taking photographs. So I sort of decided that it's something that I need to do, I want to do. I mean, I'm standing here now and I'm looking just to my left, and I can see what I think is a photograph already, and there's potentially a photograph over there, and they seem to be smacking you in the face. But you know, what I see as a photograph in a woodland is not potentially what they or you would see as a photograph either. So you know, I don't know, this is something which is new to me, and I ask for your forgiveness for crap photographs potentially, and your guidance, as in, you know, if you see a photograph that you think, oh, if he'd done that, you know, then please tell me. But yeah, we will see what we can do this morning. So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm looking to my left and I can see a photograph, and I'm going to take that photograph now. So bear with me 1 second. I'm going to set my tripod up, get the camera out, set myself up, and I'll come back to you. But yeah, it's just lovely. It's lovely. What I used to see when I drove past in the woodland was, or drove past in the car looking at the woodland, was all this magical shine, where the sun had come through or broken through the trees, and it was hitting particular parts, and that's what I wanted to photograph when I saw this. Unfortunately, there's no sun today, it's raining, but that rain is giving us the glossy look on the green, the reflection, and it looks really nice. It's not raining heavy now either, thankfully, although as you can see I'm dressed for it. So yeah, anyway, stop gabbing, Paul, and get on with it. So let me get set up, and I'll come back. Thank you. So I've set myself up. Yeah, it looks a bit of a mess, if I'm honest, but what I like is it's got this pathway that's leading you through the wood line. There's a tree on the left all bent, and it's, you know, obviously leaning all the way. Let me tell you now, I don't know one tree from another, guys. I'm not going to tell you it's an oak tree. I'm not going to. I have no idea. I think it's a silver birch, but I don't know one tree from another. But there's all these other trees all the way through, and it looks really nice. The silver birch tree, I've got it so it's just on the left hand side. There is another one which looks like it's in the way, to be honest, and I'm gonna probably take that one out. Yeah, so I've got the ISO set at 800 because I don't want any movement in the branches. There's not a lot of wind here, but and I can't see any movement when I'm looking at it. So, you know, it doesn't need to be mega fast, but I don't want it to be, you know, what it's going to be is 4 seconds if I do it at ISO 64. So yeah, I'm at ISO 800, f5.6, because I want it to be sharp as a badger. Whatever one of those is, I want it to be sharp on the tree that I'm focusing on, which is sort of midway in the photograph. So the silver birch, if that's what it is, which has got the bend in it, will be a little bit out of focus, and then further past where I'm focusing will be sort of blurry as well. The more further back we get, the blurrier it will get. So yeah, it looks all right, but it's probably a mess. Let me have a look. Yeah, it's probably too much. It's probably too much. Martin, I know you wouldn't take that. I know you wouldn't. Forgive me. I'll share it. Okay, so I've seen some over there that I do like though, and I'm going to move over there. Okay. I'm going to try and do something that I've not done before. I've got the Z7 videoing and I've got the Z30 videoing, so I can sort of line them up. I want to show you what I'm trying to do. So yeah, to the back of the Z7, we've got this trunk here, and you can see all the way down here, it looks like we horrible beings have gone and taken something to it and chopped off these lower branches. But the detail here in the trunk itself is just amazing. She's amazing. She's got to be 150, 200 feet tall. Beautiful thing. And over here, and come on Martin, tell me, these I think are silver birch. I wanted to sort of separate those two over there, so they're not touching each other, and I wanted to separate this from those as well. I just think it's a really nice scene. If you look at the top of the foliage around here, you can see there's a little bit of a shine because it's wet, and it just looks like a really, really nice scene. I don't know. Like I said, guys, like I said, I'm not a woodland photographer by any means, and yeah, I took one of this side as well. It doesn't quite look as good, but I'll share both of them with you, and well, I think I will. Depends how rubbish the other one looks. But I'll share this one. There is like a branch that runs down. I don't know if you can see. It's just it's between the two trees. Just here, there's a branch that runs through. I might try and take that out, although that might be a bit difficult. But yeah. It looks quite nice. Okay, let's move on. I think I've moved, I don't know, 5-6 foot. I was just over there photographing that beautiful 200-foot tree, and I sort of came out, and there's this, I think it's a holly tree, but there's one that stands out to me. It was just glorious. It's just wet and it's shiny and it looks really vibrant and fresh. So I've stuck the 85mm macro lens on, and I've taken an image of it. It just looks really, really nice to me. I don't know. You tell me, guys. I just think it looks really, really nice. And there's also just down here on the floor where somebody's chopped a tree down, this stump, and it's all rough on the top and whatever, but it's covered in green moss. All the way around it, and I had to take a photograph of that as well. I mean, it's just a stump, but it looks really, really cute. You tell me. This is where you're now turning off, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try and move somewhere else. I'm gonna keep moving in that way, but I mean, I'm just looking over there, and there's stuff over there that I'd like to photograph. Yeah, we'll find one that I'm sure all of you like. Anyway, I told you I'm a novice at this. Do forgive me. Anyway, yeah, that tree is fantastic. I like that as a photograph. This holly looks pretty amazing. This is where you say it's not holly, but you know, I don't know. It looks fantastic. You have to excuse my ignorance. Yeah, so I'll share that. And we'll move. Okay, thank you. A tree. Believe it or not, there's a tree. I'm in the woods, there's a tree. But this one, roots look like it's growing on the outside of the tree. And it just stands out from all the rest of them. It's not particularly big tree. I mean, it's tall. He's what, 100 foot? 150 foot again, I suppose. But this one, it's got either another tree's roots or its own roots growing up on its outside. I mean, I don't know. Somebody will tell me they're not roots, but I don't know. But there's another tree that's sort of growing, sort of, I don't know, 10 degrees, but behind it and away. So I'm trying to separate those two trees. Because I really want to concentrate on these roots, so I'm going to try and blur out the other one. So I'm going to do it at f2.8, so that it's really blurred behind, and all we're concentrating on is this tree. Okay, yeah, I've done another shot. I've done another one in landscape. This one's going to be in portrait, so we can see the whole of the tree. The landscape one, I did it so that we're concentrating on the wider part of the trunk itself. where the majority of those roots, whatever they are. Yeah, okay. Let me know what you think. I'll share those now. Thank you. I did that one, and I've shared it, and I actually didn't like it. It looked too sparse in between. So I've got up close and personal to the tree, and I've taken one so it's just the trunk with those roots, and I think that is a better story, because it's about the tree, and the other one is not trying to, you know, get into it. So yeah, I think that's a better photograph, so I'll share that one now. Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking down this way. It's fascinating. I don't know guys, like I keep saying, I'm not really a woodland photographer. I need to go out with somebody like Martin, have his eye, or Steve, and go from there. But hopefully you'll like that one. Still f2.8. I can't remember the other settings. ISO 800 I think it is, but I might try and drop the ISO down and try again. Yeah, I've stopped writing down the timings and stuff like that on the photograph. Very time consuming. But I might put them down for this photograph. Okay, thank you. Okay, so look at this beautiful tree. What I like is the branches. The branches are here, you know, and they're huge, and they're just running all the way across, obviously back to the tree itself. Fantastic. I've taken it with the 24 to 70 mil. And I've sort of caught the branches sort of halfway, so it doesn't really tell the full story. So I think I'm going to put the 14 mil on to see if I can capture more of the branches, just to show the mass of this tree. It's huge, it's absolutely huge, and she's beautiful as well. And to go with that, we've got this walkway that leads on the left hand side as you're looking at it, past the tree, through the forest. Yeah, I think that is a really nice photograph. You correct me if I'm wrong. I've done it in portrait at the minute, but I am going to try and do it in landscape as well with the 14 mil. So I'll do them with the 24 to 70, and I'll do the 14 to 24 mil just to see which is the best photograph. Probably share them both. You decide which is the best. But yeah, sorry about the angle I put this. I wanted to show, you know, the tree. It's not about anything else really. I don't know, I keep putting my hat like this. I can't put my head to the lens with my hat that way around, but yeah, okay, right, I'll share the photographs. Let me know which one you like, guys. Thank you. I think I'm on some sort of running track. Yeah, I just got in the way of a few runners. I apologised. Anyway, just down here there's a spider's web, and obviously a spider, and I've taken a photograph of that spider. I put the 85 mil on, so it's not an 85 mil, I keep saying it, it's the 105 macro lens. I don't know where the 85s come from, but yeah, I've put the 105 millimeter macro lens on to take a photograph of it. It looks like it's a good photograph. I don't know. It's not windy here, but that web is moving slightly. I've taken the ISO up to, I think it was 1600, to counteract that wind and get a really fast shutter speed. I think I did that. If I did, I'll share that photograph now. Yeah, I'm sort of coming to the end really. I mean, this wood is vast. It's not as sorry about that. It's not as small as I thought it was. I mean, it's literally just off the road, and I walked in thinking it's one of those small enclaves where they put loads and loads of trees, but it's vast. It's huge. Martin, you would have a great time here, mate. You want to come down, you and Steve come down. Yeah, so we're going to keep having a look for now, give it another 10-15 minutes, but it is 20 past 8 in the morning, so it's nearly Starbucks o'clock. I feel like I need a coffee, but I want a really good picture. I do like that picture I took of the tree with the really long branches, and the one with the roots growing on the outside. I think they will be really fruitful, quite nice photographs, but I don't know, there's so much in here, I reckon there's something else. And I want to have another look. So my car, I think I've walked past it, I'm sort of over there. There's no natural footpath, if there's such a thing as a natural footpath. But there's no, I don't really want to walk through the woods. I want to leave nature be. So I'm just using the footpaths that are available to me. And I think to get the photographs that I want, I'm going to have to come off the footpaths, but that will be another day. Not today. I really don't want to disturb nature. It's not what it's about. Yeah, it's wonderful. Okay, so let me go and see what I can find, and I'll come back to you. We won't be long. So it's another one of those trees with the roots on the outside. There are actually loads of them. So, but yeah, I just like this one as well. It's really cute. I've done it at f.2 because, no I haven't, I've done it at f2.8 because I want it to blur everything out behind it. So all we're looking at is the trunk of this tree and these roots on the outside. It looks nuts. It's just crawling with them. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm near the van. So I'll share these two photographs. I've done one in portrait, one in landscape. I'll share these two. I think I'm done. If there's any more that I haven't talked about, I'll share those as well. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope you enjoyed this little adventure out. Maybe I'll do it again, I don't know. We'll see how successful this video is. I would definitely do it with Martin, Steve and the other guys, Colin, to learn a little bit more about it. But I've actually enjoyed it. It's a good walk out. Nice fresh air. Hardly anybody about other than those runners, a couple of cyclists and a nutty dog. But it is now Starbucks o'clock. It is now 8:30, so I did say I wouldn't be much longer. I'm going to wrap this up. If I see any more photographs, I'll add those on the end. But I will see you next week. I'm going to Liverpool to photograph the lighthouse up there, New Brighton Lighthouse, tomorrow I think, so you'll see that one next week. Yeah, great stuff, great stuff. It's good to be back. All right guys, thank you ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my my woodland photography. I have to say, I did say at one point, this tree is growing up. There's this tree, it's growing upwards. I made myself fucking laugh. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's been a joy. See you next week. I love it when I'm done. Yeah, I was just walking back to the van. I mean, the van's just there. And look at this. Look at this. I couldn't not take a photograph of this trunk. It's just amazing. It's beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, so I'm now going to go. It is now Starbucks o'clock. I am going to go, and I will see you all next week. Remember guys, like, subscribe, comment. Nearly forgot what to say. Bye.